Hello and welcome to the weekend preview. I'm Scarlett Wagner. This weekend we are previewing the Bobcat hockey versus Purdue Northwest Pride. Now, this weekend is going to be really interesting for both teams. These teams have never played each other before, so there's no history, there's no records to look back on to see maybe a potential outcome for the two games that we're going to have. So I think that's a really interesting aspect of looking into these games, especially at the start of the season, where the Bobcats are coming off of an explosive home openers, 5-0 last Friday, shutout for Garrett Alderman, and then a 9-0 shutout on Saturday for Scott Bird. A lot of offense, a lot of goals from a bunch of different guys. A bunch of different guys got points on the board there. So I think it's going to be a really interesting weekend to see where both teams are coming from, since we have not gotten to see Purdue Northwest before. Now, with Purdue, they did lose last year in the ACHA National Tournament against Minot State in the Sweet 16. So they're hoping to, maybe start off this season in the right way, as these are their first games this weekend. So the Bobcats are playing them not only for the first time, but this is their first games of the season for Purdue Northwest. So that's another interesting point to bring up here. So I think that that's going to bring some challenges for the Bobcats. I think that's going to be some pressure, especially based off how they were playing the weekend beforehand. But I also think that Purdue is going to want to set off their season on a good note and on the right foot. So I think that Purdue is going to really push offensively, of trying to get pucks to the net, trying to score, do whatever they can. And I think that the Bobcats are going to still be very defensive, as we saw them last weekend against Oswego State. Well, on this weekend preview, we have a whole lineup of guys to talk to. We have assistant coach Andrew Saka, we have goaltender Garrett Alderman, and we have captain Jack Glenn. So be sure to stick around and check it out. And we are back with the weekend preview. I'm here with assistant coach Andrew Saka, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of your prep work for Purdue Northwest this weekend. I mean, that's a team that you guys haven't played, so you're not able to look at even your own film of your own games against them. What do you guys do as a coaching staff to get your team ready for those types of games?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's all about just playing our game. I think that first weekend against Oswego here, we kind of started to build a team identity and how we want to play, and kind of just focusing on us and being ready to go when we get there.
Do you ever have in the back of your mind, as a coaching staff even, that you maybe have to change the skills or the things that you're practicing in practice to get ready for some of those teams, just to kind of like see where you maybe need to go or change something?
I would say no. It's we always focus just about on us, and I think honestly that first weekend couldn't have gone better for us. A lot of guys got points. A lot of guys are feeling good going into Purdue. I mean, we didn't give up a goal, so our D played very well along with our goalies there, and we're just going to continue to stay on the path and be ready to go.
And how are you feeling about that? I mean, having not only one shutout but two for a weekend and a weekend sweep, like that's pretty great for the team, even especially starting out home openers. That's got to give you just a boost of confidence going into this next weekend.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, any weekend that you don't give up a goal, I mean, it's super impressive, and it goes to our D-core and our forwards helping getting back, and obviously our goalies. They played great this weekend, and hopefully we can continue on into the Purdue weekend here.
So with those new guys in the locker room, you have 5 new guys this season. What have you seen from them so far?
Yeah, I mean, I've been impressed. I mean, they all can play. They all bring a little something different, and I'm really glad that they're all a part of the Ohio Hockey program here.
Well, thank you so much, and we wish you here at Ohio Hockey Network good luck this weekend against Purdue Northwest.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
We will be back with just more of this weekend preview in a little bit. Welcome back to the weekend preview. I'm here with goaltender Garrett Alderman. And Garrett, I just wanted to ask you about, your great game last Friday. That was an impressive shutout. What was your mindset going into that game? Just first game of the season, don't really know what's going on just yet for your season. And what were you feeling?
Yeah, you kind of want to prepare like every game, kind of the same. But, first game of the year, you want to start on a high note. Kind of want to bring some sort of, relaxed, calm intensity to every game. Really doesn't matter who you're playing. You just kind of got to put your best foot forward to help the team win and do whatever you can. So it's really good to get that start to start the year and, feeling really good going forward.
Do you have a very similar mindset then going into these upcoming games against Purdue Northwest?
Yeah, no, I think we're all very excited to face a new opponent. Definitely kind of the same mindset. You kind of want to bring, like I said, that same kind of relaxed intensity to every game. Don't want to get too high, get too low, build off of what we had last weekend. So I think for myself going forward, just kind of, really kind of focus in and try and do what I did last weekend and, kind of even improve from there.
I think that one of the biggest points we need to prove from last weekend as well is the defense in front of both you and Scott Bird. I mean, that was a big part of why you guys were able to get shutouts. Just could you talk a little bit about your defensive guys there?
Yeah. No, everyone, I mean, I wouldn't have gotten the shutout if it wasn't for them. They were able to, clear pucks out, block a lot of shots, especially in those kills, very good 5-on-3 and 5-on-4 kills. Especially, we're kind of getting pressed there in the third period on Friday night. They did a phenomenal job, taking care of the puck and helping me out. Made my job a lot easier than it could have been. I really, if we're going to be able to try and do the same thing again this weekend, don't want to let in any goals. So I think the defense has done a really good job this year, and really good way to start.
Well, thank you so much, Garrett, and we wish you luck this weekend against Purdue Northwest.
Thank
Looking
you.
to see maybe if you'll get another shutout.
Hopefully.
Who knows? Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we will be back with more of the weekend preview after this. Welcome back to the weekend preview. I am here with Captain Jack Glenn. And Jack, I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions for the matchup that you're going to have against Purdue Northwest. So just what are your expectations out of your team for these two games?
I mean, no different than any other games. Our coach always talks a lot about attitude and effort, two things that we can control. And, if our team plays the way we can and the level we can, there's really no reason why we shouldn't get 2 wins.
So with the leadership in the locker room, you as captain, and then you have your alternates in Luke Reeve and Noah Holt. I know that there can be leadership anywhere within that group, but what have you seen so far this season, just in the 2 games that you've had from those other 2 in the room with you?
Yeah, those guys are awesome. We live together as well, all 3 of us, so it's easy to bounce ideas off each other while we're at home, before or after games, before or after practice. But yeah, like you said, I mean, we get leadership from everybody, no matter freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. We have 24 leaders in that room, and it makes my job and their jobs really easy.
Is that refreshing to have people stepping up and getting that leadership, even if they might not have a letter or a title?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I'm a big advocate for you don't need a letter on your jersey to lead, and I'm fortunate enough to have a letter on my jersey, but anybody in that room, they have the floor whenever they want to speak, whatever they want to say, and I think our guys do a great job of it.
Speaking of that room, you have 5 new guys this season. How have they been fitting in with the group so far?
Really good, really good. I mean, I feel like that's the beauty of hockey. Kind of once you get in that locker room and those are your brothers, everybody's looking out for one another, and it's a pretty quick bonding phase there to where it's just right on with it in games and stuff. So, I mean, all 5 of those guys have been awesome, and I'm excited to see how they're going to do this year.
Well, thank you so much, Jack, and we wish you good luck against Purdue Northwest.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more of the weekend preview after this. Well, that is it for the weekend preview. Thank you so much for watching and joining us here on the All Isle Hockey Network. I'm Scarlett Wagner saying hope you enjoy the games this weekend, and we'll be back next week.